Good morning. My name is Mackenzie Vadas, and for my lab demonstration, I will be showing you how to tare a weigh scale and how to find the density of an irregularly shaped object. The materials I will be using are a weigh scale. It is not digital, as you can see, but the increments, the increments go up in measures of 50, and then each of the small tick marks represent 12.5 grams. There's a weigh boat that accompanies the scale. I have a 400 milliliter beaker to find volume. I have a liquid measuring cup to pour water into it. And then I have an irregularly shaped stone. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the scale is set to 0 grams. We also want to make sure that the scale is on a flat surface, because since it is old, you can tilt it any which way. So it is set to 0. Let's turn the camera so you can see that. It is set to 0. Yes, and now we're going to take the weigh boat, and since the weigh boat has mass, it is going to come in at about 37.5 grams. Now to tare this, we are going to use this knob, and we are going to rotate it counterclockwise, which would bring our reading back to 0, as you can see. So now that the scale has been tared, we do not have to do any extra calculations to find the weight or the mass of the stone. So we will place the stone onto the weigh boat, and the stone weighs 50 grams. 50 grams. So we're going to take the stone off the weigh boat, move the scale over here, and we're going to write down that the mass was 50 grams. Now that we have the mass, we can find the volume. So we are going to be using a 400 milliliter Pyrex beaker. Pour the liquid into the beaker. We have to make sure the liquid's settled before we try and read how many milliliters are in the container. Waiting for it to settle. It should be 200, I pre-measured. Yes, 200 milliliters. 200 milliliters. Now we are going to place the stone into the water, and we need to make sure that the stone is covered completely by the water so it can displace the water, and the displaced measurement of the water is 225 milliliters. 225 milliliters. We'll move this out of the way. I'm going to show you my notepad so we can calculate the density. So density equals mass, divided by volume. So the mass was 50 grams, and we are going to divide this by the difference of the displaced water versus the original measurement of the water. So we're going to take 225 minus 200, and that would give us 25 milliliters. So we're going to do 50 grams divided by 25 milliliters, which would give us 2. Now, since we are finding density always goes to 2 decimal places, and the measure, we're going to measure it in grams per milliliter, because that is the required sign for density. Thank you for joining my lab.